Some quick housekeeping before we really get started. Yes, I ate a French fry from I got in and out last night, and on my way home from the Oxnard Levity Live. I keep wanting to say Oxnard Improv. I think it is the Oxnard Improv, but for some reason it's called Oxnard Levity Live. I got in and out on the way home. I picked up an order for my boyfriend as well, so I had 2 French fries. When I tell you, they were the hottest, most perfect. Just the temperature goes so far, and then on top of that, they were actually the most perfect batch of French fries I've had in a really long time anywhere. And this morning, and I was just I can't believe I don't have more. One wasn't enough for me, one order. And then this morning I got in my car and there was 1 French fry kind of in my cup holder, and I ate it. And honestly, it might have been a placebo, but I truly feel like it was still warm. And it was really good. And I loved it. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of clear the air on that. And then the math equation that I did in last week's episode, the number I deduced to be the answer was incorrect. This is why, I just said I didn't want to do math, and I'm the one who did it anyways. I honestly forgot what the 2 numbers. Well, I know one number was 66. Maybe the other number was 48. I said it was 19. It's not. I truly am not in the space to do it again right now. But that's a redaction. Also, some tough news. It's truly just, I didn't see this coming at all. But my thoughts on my hair have just done a complete, it's honestly more than 360. It's 380. Just a 380. And I'm I need to cut my hair. It's too long. It's too long. It's just I'm not in a place to deal with this kind of length. So yeah, I called Supercuts today to see when Heather was working this week, because I'm not sure if you guys know this, but you can't make an appointment in advance at Supercuts. Gotta be day of. You got to stay limber. You got to stay loose. You got to stay open to the idea of waking up, not thinking you were going to get a haircut, and then actually getting a haircut at 2 p.m. later that day. That's just something that Supercuts requires you to be open to. So, but you can ask, I call and ask what days that week Heather's working. So it's I can kind of plan it. It's okay, well, maybe I'll get my haircut Thursday. Okay, Heather's working Thursday. Okay, now let's go from there. So I called and they were she's working today, aka Monday, and Friday. And yeah, I was honestly in a way sort of grateful for that, because I don't really have time to get my haircut again this week. It would just be a whole thing, and it's just there was no way I could have gone today. Monday's just my podcast day. There's a Nuggets game at 4. It's just not going to work out. And Friday, it's maybe. I really like to keep the Friday after Thanksgiving super loose. I like to have a dream day. So it's if I wake up Friday, that's actually also sort of the good thing about Supercuts. It's let's say they do take appointments in advance, and I'm okay, yeah, Friday at 2:30. And then the Friday after Thanksgiving comes, it's 1, and I'm wait, the last thing on earth I want to do is wash my hair and go to Supercuts. No. So it's actually almost good that I can't even plan it. It's if I wake up Friday and that feels right to me, then I'll do that. But if not, it'll get pushed to the week after. And honestly, that's good. Then I won't feel, because this all sort of backfired. I was well, Supercuts is only $29. You can like just get your haircut however you want, but it's like now I'm going twice, like potentially in the same month. So it's like now that's, I mean, I know it's not 60, I'm going to round up. But it's still way cheaper than any haircut you'll get in Los Angeles. So we're still in the green. We're still in this thing. But yeah, it was just truly like after, it's like the highs and lows of this have just been insane. And it just hit me this week. I was just like, my hair it's just too long. It's simply too long. You know, it's like I'm not Jennifer Aniston on Friends. It's like I don't have people like blow drying it for me every day so it looks like it's freaking peak. Like I just don't have that. I have myself and my freaking Revlon blow dryer. And yeah, that's what I'm kind of working with right now. So yeah, those are just kind of the housekeeping for 139 and welcome. Welcome in. It's crazy. It's Monday. My 1 year Duolingo anniversary is on Wednesday. I mean, come on. And it is kind of, it feels like, okay, I don't even know, because I started doing Duolingo Spanish like last September actually, and I didn't have too many misses because let's say you have, I think I did it for like 40 days and then I missed a day and it like started at 0. So it's like, I actually already have been doing it for a year, but it is, there's something nice about the official, like, well, no, it's like you started 1 year ago today and you haven't missed since. And so, yeah, it'll be a year of me just like learning Spanish, immersing myself in the language, and what an absolutely phenomenal language it is. Like everything sounds better in Spanish. Like I love speaking in Spanish. I just think it's so beautiful. And I'm just obsessed with it. I'm just truly obsessed with it. I look forward to it every day. We already know this. I don't need to like do my Duolingo pitch again. Like they should be paying me. It's just truly a game changer. It's like, I get it. It's got to be something like you're just kind of ready to do or want to do. It's like, I swear if you just download it, I mean, they're not paying me. Like I have no stake in this. But it's like if you just download it and start one day, it's just so, it's gamified in the perfect way because it's not about the game, but it makes you, that's what makes you start it. It's like I swear once you start, I just feel like it's really easy to keep going. And that's like, it's nice. It's just a nice thing to add to your daily routine. All right, I'm done. But yeah, it's my sister's birthday actually on Thanksgiving, but she's celebrating it the night before. And it's just like, well, that's also my Duolingo anniversary. So it's just like, you know, whose party is it really? All right. Wow. It's been an absolutely insane week. I'll say that. It's been absolutely crazy. I'll just start with something light. Like, I don't even know if I have what it takes right now to get into the most hero's journey of all time. Like, literally Disneyland pales in comparison to the hero's journey I went on at the Honda Service Center last week. Like, I don't even know. I probably will have to have a ghostwriter write that story. Like, I will just have to sit in a dark room with them, like possibly in like those, you know, deprivation tanks where it's like you just float, like you don't feel anything, and I'll just like relay all the information to this ghostwriter and then they'll write the story for me, because honestly, it's too emotional. I don't even know if I don't know if anyone has that type of strength to just firsthand experience what I experienced at the Honda Service Center last week and then to then gather the wherewithal to write about it. I just don't know that that's something that's even possible. So we'll see if I can kind of ramp up to talking about that in this week's episode. Okay. I went to, let's just say, a market, and I was really hungry. I was coming back from a hike from a weird time. It was like 4 something, and I was like, I really just like don't have time to do a whole dinner thing. Like, I really just want to like get back started working, whatever I was doing. I don't know. So I stopped at this market. It got like just nothing was speaking to me, and I almost left. And then I was like, no, Chase, just get something here. Like, I know it's hard to deal with right now, but it's like you're gonna go home and not have any food and then like have to deal with it. So it's like just get something. So then I wanted these 2 kind of like breaded chicken tender things in the deli section, and this woman was helping me, and I was like, yeah, can I just get 2 chicken tenders? And I was looking at the display of them, like they're all in the hot bar or whatever. And instantly I saw the 2 that I wanted. I saw the 2 tenders that I wanted to be the ones that I got. And I was just like, damn, how am I going to explain this to her? Because like they all technically look the same. Like they all are, just mildly different. But it's like, how do you explain the ones you want to someone else? It's like, no, not that, crispy golden one. Yeah, no, the crispy gold one. Okay, not that one. It's like, it's just a lot. So I was like grappling with how to explain it to her. Like I was like, oh my God. And then next thing I knew, she was already going in and picking out the 2 tenders. And so she goes to the first one, exact one I wanted. And I'm like, oh my God, amazing. Like she just got it on the first try. And then I'm like, okay, figuring out how to tell her the other one that I wanted. She goes straight to it. She picked the exact 2 that I wanted. The exact ones. Like I didn't have to say a word. She knew. And I was like, oh my God, I told her. I was like, those are the exact 2 ones that I wanted. Those are the exact 2 ones. And we were just like laughing. I was like trying to figure out how to explain it to you. And then you just naturally got the exact 2 I wanted. And she was like, we were just laughing about it. And she was like, yeah, she's like, I just picked the ones that I would want. And I was like, wow. Like it's crazy to just come eye to eye with someone who has taste, like you're just like, wow, game recognized game. Like you get it. It was just awesome. So I got those 2 tenders and I paid for them. And then I was walking out to the parking lot and there was like a security guard. He wasn't there. I saw him kind of in the distance. And then he had like a kind of stool outside. Like he was like doing a set, at the Improv. He's just like, yeah, I need a stool to put my notebook down. Like I'm trying some new stuff. He had a stool and it had a clipboard, which like, don't even fucking get me started on how obsessed I am with clipboards. Like all I wanted to do when I was younger was be a counselor at camp, AKA a camp counselor. Like, and mostly because many counselors that I had clipboards. And I just thought that was just sort of the ultimate. I thought it was the end all be all. I was obsessed with it. And I did have a clipboard when I was like in middle school and high school. Like it's just so official. Like hold a clipboard and tell me you don't feel good. Tell me you don't feel powerful. Tell me you don't feel in control of your life. You will tell me that, because no. You won't say that because you will feel all those things. Yeah, it's like what a missed op. Like imagine being a camp counselor at like a sleepaway camp when you were 16. It's like, are you telling me that probably wouldn't have been the greatest time of your entire life? Like everyone's just like young and like hooking up and like whatever. And like going to arts and crafts and going to like bonfires and like having like sing-alongs and just like talent shows and just like archery. God damn. That hurts. Talk about regrets. Let's not dwell on it. So yeah, this guy had a clipboard on his stool, and he had a copy of a book. Now, I finished my last book, The Mountain Is You. It did indeed arrive from Amazon, and I read it, and it was really good. It was good. It was straight up and honest, and it was just like, listen, we're not going to sugarcoat it. The mountain is indeed you. So I finished that, and then I was like, well, okay, no, I hadn't finished it when I was at Gelson's. I was like, what should I read next? And I knew I wanted to pivot to just like a story. Like I was like, I don't want to read like, you know, I don't need to like read like whatever. It's like, let's just take it to a basic story, you know? And I had found in the neighborhood library the book Paper Towns. I know there was a movie made out of it, and I was just like, perfect. This is great. Like, this is just like an airport kind of read. Like, that's what I'm looking for. Not saying it's not good. Not saying it's not good. I'm really excited about it. I just wanted something like just kind of simple and classic like that. But I wasn't like, oh, this is definitely what I'm reading next. I was just like, this will be a good buffer book. Like, you know, I usually read a couple like self-mastery or whatever, like improvement, mind stuff, spiritual. And then it's like, I'll pivot to just, you know, this is like, I feel like I'm just over explaining this. But so I was like, I wasn't positive I was reading that one. I was open to whatever book came next. And the book on that man's stool was the book called Just Kids by Patti Smith. Is that her name? Oh God. Hold on. Yeah, Patti Smith. And I've already read this book. I have this book. I've already read it. While I was like cleaning out one of my closets, I like came across a bunch of books, and I was like, oh, I was like, I kind of want to take this book out. Like, I kind of want to read this book again. I loved that book. I mean, I know many people did. And I saw a copy of, so like I had just taken it out of like being buried in a closet and put it like on my shelf by my bed where I have like the books that I've recently read or I'm like about to read. And I put it there because I was like, I do want to read this again at some point. And then seeing that book on that man's stool, like I was just like, okay, there it is. There it is. That's what I'm reading next. And I started it this morning, and truly you just always feel what book is calling you next. Like, it's actually so satisfying and entertaining. It's like, wow, it will always just come to you. I forgot another act of cleanup was or housekeeping. I had seen the man go into the people's next to me bungalows with a bouquet of flowers the whole time I was doing the podcast, which probably wasn't, it was a short one last week, so maybe 20 minutes went by. He never came out. I completely forgot about him, but then, oh my God, my computer's about to die. You're absolutely freaking joking me. They're joking me. He never came out. So yeah, make of that what you will, but just kind of wanted to keep you posted. Let me get my freaking charger.